JAK in the Box.
Welcome to another edition of JAK in the Box. I'm Jack, this is DB. This is where we go through these old storage boxes of vintage action figures. We found all these collector cases in this box earlier. If you haven't caught up yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button now. Catch up on all our videos. We're at the last part of opening these different containers. We've got this one here. Before we get into the action figures, I just want to show you this. This is something that was collected back in the day. These are little proof of purchase stamps that you would get on the back of the cards when you got the action figures. So cool that these are still here in this container. Yes. Jeez. So these are actually like from the back of the box of the Star Wars action figures from the 1970s and 1980s.
You trade them in to get like more action figures?
Yeah, exactly. So the Boba Fett was the first one that they did it with. Wow. We're going to send you this Boba Fett.
That's really neat. That makes sense. That's a really cool program.
Really cool. Yes. So that's awesome. Just wanted to show those off before we get into the actual box here. Really excited to be able to share these with DB, share them there with you. What is first in the box here?
It looks like wrapped a toy yet, and I'm excited.
100%. We're going back a little bit with this guy. This is Hammerhead right there.
Hammerhead.
Wow, that's a Star Wars action figure. That's from like the second wave of Star Wars right there.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of remember him from like the Mos Eisley scene or something like that.
100%. That's where you would see him. But then also the species shows up. He's in the Bad Batch right now. One of the species in Sid's kind of
Sid's
area.
Bar,
in Sid's bar. Right. You see one of these characters. I don't know if it's this exact Hammerhead, but one of the species.
That's really neat. Cool character, and like it's a simple outfit. Not a lot of detail, just like more to the detail in his head, really, and like the fact that it like spins all the way around, and
it kind of looks like really a snail or something.
Sort of veiny, like
very veiny. Yeah, right.
And this one has a date stamp on the back. It's also Hong Kong 1978.
I think 78 sounds right. Second wave of the Star Wars action figures.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
He wasn't one of the first 12, but he came out in the next 8.
Yeah.
You can also see his blaster that he came with. It's kind of like a blue blaster. Really cool action figure.
That's cool. That's a really neat one. I like that.
Really cool. So I'm just going to continue here. This is moving over back to the Return of the Jedi action figures. Do you recognize him?
Well, it looks like some sort of like AT pilot, like maybe ATST or
he's exactly. He's the Skywalker pilot right there. ATST pilot.
Nice. That's awesome. And he's got like a couple Imperial things on his shoulder.
He's got that insignia on his shoulder. Yeah, really cool. Anytime you get one of the Imperial officers or any type of Imperial insignia on one of the action figures, that's a great one to have.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yes. I like that a lot.
And he's in great condition.
Like sunglasses too. He wears his chin strap helmet that he's got.
So I think he's actually the one that Chewbacca kind of pulls out of the ATST when he commandeers it, and I guess kind of like throws him over the side, and he gets like the yell as he's going over.
The Wilhelm scream.
The Wilhelm scream, exactly. He got it. You can see the blaster he comes to, kind of a little dainty blaster there, this little Endor blaster that he came with, but cool that the accessory is there. ATST pilot. What's the date on him?
And this one's a 1984 again, and it's also a Taiwan one.
Oh, a Taiwan. Okay.
Another Taiwan.
Interesting. I love to see the Taiwan variations for sure. Taiwan right there, 1984. Awesome action figure. Just going to keep going with another one right here. This is another great action figure.
I mean, you gotta love these. I love these cool Scout Trooper ones because they have these like really interesting helmets that they have.
You can tell, obviously, it's a Stormtrooper. The black and white give that away, but it's not the Stormtrooper that we are accustomed to seeing. This is a Scout Trooper or a Biker Scout. A couple different names. And also look at this blaster. Really amazing representation blaster. That's exactly the gun that he has in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, this pistol that they carry. This is super neat. Yeah, really awesome detail on this one. Just cool detail all over the helmet and the back of the helmet. And like just a cool face part and really awesome armor, like the knee pads, the boots, everything was really detailed on this character.
Any date stamp on that particular one? Anything you can see?
This one, it says on the boots, it's 19...
I think this might have been in 83. Yeah, 1983. One of the first wave of action figures that came out. Very cool. All right, just going to keep on moving through this box. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. But this is an awesome action figure with that cloak. Recognize him?
I mean, if you can't tell by the color, I mean, you know you're a Star Wars fan if you recognize just by the color alone, like who this character is. This is like like the Emperor's Guard.
Emperor's Guard, Imperial Guard, right? The Emperor's Guard, not Imperial, Emperor's Guard.
And everything.
It's really kind of two cloaks in one.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You know, like a secondary underpiece underneath the this whole robe that goes underneath the helmet there.
Also, a really cool.
This one comes off, I don't think, right?
This does not come off. Yeah, no. This is another guy that never really got a whole lot of action when I played. I mean, the thing that I felt that he guarded the most out of anybody was, you know, sometimes we just sing a little song, and this one goes.
Wow! That's amazing.
What do we have there?
We have the Emperor himself.
The Emperor
who else? The Emperor's Guard.
That guy.
Not for the Emperor.
The Emperor holding onto his cane as well.
This is so awesome. I'd love to like just be a kid like playing with this and just be like,
You can never resist the power of the dark side.
Amazing
So
action
cool.
figure right there. Love the Emperor.
So be it, Jedi.
We love the Emperor regardless.
yeah, so cool to see the Emperor here. And this one has, it looks like a date stamp on here, 1984 as well.
So one of the last batches of action figures that came out for Return of the Jedi, the second or third wave, the Emperor finally came out. We finally had our chance to have the Emperor in our hands. Really cool action figure. Just look at him.
That is so neat.
I'm going to go last in the box, and this is really
that could be my best of the box right there.
DB saying best in the box. For that one, we want to know what is your best in the box. Head down in the comments below. Let us know what your best of the box is. Remember to subscribe. We love to show off action figures. Love to have fun with action figures.
Definitely.
Share them with DB. Share them with you. We've got our last action figure coming out right here. Recognize this guy. Who is that?
Ooh, this is Mr. Luke Skywalker himself.
Skywalker in the throne room outfit right
That's right.
there.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Return of the Jedi throne room outfit. Or actually, I guess in
But similar type of outfit when he meets Jabba.
As a token of my goodwill, I present to you a gift. These two droids.
that is so neat. You gotta love that. And it's like that's when his hand is cut off. You have his black glove hand covering
Exactly.
his mechanical hand that
Right,
he has replaced after
The
Return
one
of
that he
the
looks
Jedi.
down at after he cuts off Darth Vader's hand
Yeah.
and says, "Who am I becoming? Am I becoming my father?"
Right.
And throws that lightsaber away.
I'll never turn to the dark side.
No, I'm not going to become my father.
Oh my gosh, just iconic. This is, I mean, I was premature saying best of the box because now we have Master Jedi Luke Skywalker coming right out of the box now.
For sure.
This is amazing.
Look at all these action figures. You know, there's a few figures that we've gone through all these that we didn't see. We just mentioned one, Darth Vader.
Right.
There's not one in here, but I actually have a Darth Vader that's sitting
nice.
up in my office. If you can give me 7 seconds, I'll go get it.
All right.
So this is the Darth Vader that I have up in my office area. But this is not a vintage Darth Vader. This is actually from the vintage collection, they call it. But this is a brand new Darth Vader.
Oh wow, this is really cool. I like this Darth Vader. I thought you were gonna get the original one, but this is really awesome.
Look at the different points of articulation he comes with. We've been looking at all these vintage action figures. Now it's time to look at a modern action figure. So right away we have just like the little ankle down here moves, and then also has like a little joint in there as well, so it kind of moves back and forth. So you can do that. So it's like different joints, even just right there in the ankle area.
And in the arm.
The arm moves in different areas here. The wrist moves in different areas. The head in different areas. Even the torso right here kind of moves in a different area. So you can really position the figures in so many different poses and do different things with them. These action figures are really just so cool compared to these vintage action figures. Different time, they have a place, but these new action figures are really impressive.
Yeah, definitely really impressive to see like some of the older vintage ones right up next to this new one and all the different poses you can do. and just so cool that you can pose it in so many different ways. That's
100%.
so neat.
You know, when I was up there grabbing this action figure, there was one other action figure that was up on my little mantle up in the office. I brought him down too. This action figure was really the first action figure that I fell in love with when I first saw Star Wars the first time in 1977 when I was 4 years old. The first character that I really identified with. I got this character and he stayed with me everywhere I went. Whether I was at school, whether I was at the park, in my mom's car, wherever, it was this guy right there, the original R2-D2. That's the one that stuck with me in all the battles. Everywhere I went, R2-D2 went as well.
Wow, he's definitely seen his share of battles.
You got a lot of carbon scoring here. Looks like you boys have seen a lot of action.
He has lived his life and served very well.
Absolutely.
Look at
That's
that.
R2-D2, my favorite character, my original favorite character from the Star Wars movies. It's so amazing to see a 1977 action figure right alongside a 2021 action figure. Look at the difference that you get between this Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker, and his original droid, R2-D2.
Wow, amazing.
Yes.
It's so cool that how many different ways you can position this, and just the R2 is just 2 movable legs. That's all you get. And actually, the little headpiece, I guess.
The head would move as well, but yeah, just
3 points of articulation, I guess.
Right, but still, as I said, a place for the old vintage action figures.
I love
really, at this
all
point,
these.
more in the heart than anywhere else.
Definitely. The nostalgia, the heart.
Right.
It's just so cool to see them. And the detail that went into these characters back then as well is just amazing to see then what they did and all the different molds they were able to create to get these cool designed and very artistic works of art that you can just pose and position in different scenes.
This is why,
Amazing.
exactly why we spread fun
So
through action figures. What a great vehicle to spread fun through. Action figures are awesome. You're awesome, my friend. Thank you so much for taking this journey with us.
Thank you.
We went through all these action figures, but there's still so many more to come. We've got boxes everywhere. We've got more loose action figures. We've got new action figures. It's JAK in the Box. I'm Jack. This is DB.
We did it.
JAK in the Box.
Be sure to subscribe and binge watch all of our episodes. Thanks for tuning in to JAK in the Box.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.